Because I'm all about them 80s, no problem. Wow, super curly. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. So this is one that I haven't done in a while. We're gonna be looking at new product releases and seeing like what I purchased or passed them. I call this the deal or no deal series. Let's take a look on Trend Mood because there's been a lot of things that have been coming out because of the holiday season, and you know, there's gift boxes. Like, I feel like there's a lot of eyeshadow palette launches from when I was just kind of typically looking at Trend Mood. The first one is, this is a new pill palette. This was posted on Trend Mood October 30th, 2020, and it says a closer look and swatches of a new pill palette for the spooky season, Halloween 2020, part of the capsule collection. The black capsule by Sugar Pill has 10 eyeshadows. It has metallics, mattes, textures, pressed pigments, and a blush in a pill-shaped palette with mirror and magnetic closure for $42. Is that a blush shade? It says, and a blush in a pill-shaped palette. I am guessing that the larger, like pinky, really bright pinky shade is the actual blush shade, which seems really, really pigmented and like really poppy for this time of year. Like, it's super pink. Maybe they're wanting it to be more as like an eyeshadow as well. Now, these eyeshadows are really, really bright from the actual swatches that are done by Sugar Pill. In this post, you can see that a lot of metallics are in there. The blue is really pretty, and also like a turquoisey, a blue metallic color. Is this something I would buy though? I'm not really a fan of the packaging. I think it's kind of a waste of space. I think that if you're into color, this might be something for you to like experiment with, but paying $42 for this palette, you can actually get really similar shades in other colorful palettes. Like when I look at the blue, the pink, the purple, if I remember right, like Jaclyn Hill's palettes have some like that, and apparently they're really pigmented. NYX has some really, it has an Ultimate Brights palette. So there are other brands out there that are really pigmented. They have a great payoff, like BH Cosmetics. They have amazing colored shadows, and for $42, this just doesn't seem like a good investment to me when there's other eyeshadow palettes out there that probably perform better. And then there is, oh wow, there's a huge collection. This is available now. It's the Makeup by Mario. They have glam vibes. So we have the Pro Lip Palette, which is $60. Comes with 16 colors, including 5 primary hues. It has a blue, a black, and a yellow. And then it has red, white. This kind of reminds me of like one of those professional lip palettes where like you can start out with a blue and you can add a white and you can mix it and make a lighter blue, or you can add black and make it a darker blue, that type of thing. I think that's really what he's going for. And then he has glam quads, which are $25 each. And they're curated with their own color story. They feature a range of mattes, metallics, and satin finishes. And it says that they brush easily with your finger or your brush. I would love to know like more of the formula side of like how these work, but to me in the picture, it looks like there's more metallics than there are matte shades. You have like a really warm story, which it actually kind of reminds me of the bite-sized shadow that e.l.f. came out with. And actually, a lot of these remind me of the bite-sized like shadows that e.l.f. came out with, like the color stories. $25 for those quads. Okay. Get Pro Volume Lip Gloss in Rose Nude, Golden Nude, and Mauve Nude. So they are really, really nude colors in their lip glosses. And then you get 3 new shades of Master Pro Pigment Pencils, mattes, and metallics. So the whole collection is $225. It actually doesn't even say on Trend Mood what the price of the glosses are. So overall, I think if you're a professional makeup artist and you're looking for something that's quality in like a lip palette, maybe that would be great for you. I kind of feel like this set is a little bit, to me, it's a little bit boring because you can buy a drugstore eyeshadow bite-sized palette from e.l.f. and you get really, really similar shades to the ones that he has here, and they are $25 palettes. I've never tried Makeup by Mario though, and I've heard really great reviews. For $225 for the entire collection that seems a little bit steep to me. If you're somebody who's just like me, who likes either drugstore or kind of like a high-end but not like a super luxury, and you aren't a professional makeup artist, this would probably be something I would never invest in. Now, if I were a professional makeup artist, I would definitely invest in the lip palette, but other than that, I don't think I would get anything else in there. Oh, so ColourPop is releasing a new collection, and I actually posted on my Instagram about this collection, whether it was worth buying some of these eyeshadow palettes or whether it was just like a pass, because I wanted to know your guys' opinion. So go check that out on my Instagram. But it is there's 3 eyeshadow palettes. They are going to be $14 each, and they are 9-pan palettes. They all have like one is a really, really dark, like purpley blue tone. Another one is like more of a nude, but it's also more moody on the dark side. And then another one is kind of like, it kind of feels all over the place. It has a yellow, it has an orange in there, it has some metallics. It looks like it either has like a really navy blue color or a matte black color. There's Ornate, Grandeur, and Baroque. And then it comes with 3 Luxe Velvet lipsticks. It comes with 3 Luxe lip glosses, and then it looks like with some blushes. The lip colors look really, really pretty. Their Luxe formula, like the Luxe lipstick formula, is really good. It is long lasting, it's like velvety on your lips, and it just kind of makes it look like more of a stain, but not really a stain at the same time. They're so pretty and pigmented. I would be most interested in the Luxe lip glosses and lip sets, more so than the eyeshadow palettes. The only one that really calls to me is the really, really dark toned one with the purples and the blues. That is really pretty. It's out of the box. I haven't seen a palette like that in, I don't even know how long. It's been a while. It's been a hot minute since I've seen a palette like that. Packaging is so pretty. ColourPop always does an amazing job with their packaging. Definitely the one that's really, really calling to me is the darker one, which I think is called Baroque. If it's not broke, don't fix it. That one is the one that's really calling to me, and the blushes, not really so much. They kind of look a lot like the Garden Variety blushes, especially that like purpley mauve-y blush that's in there. That one, I'm pretty sure Garden Variety had a blush color like that. I wouldn't get anything else like that. Nabla is releasing a new palette. It looks like it is for holiday 2020. It is called the Ruby Lights Glitter Palette. I hate saying this, but I was in Target today and I was looking at Wet n Wild, and they had palettes like this that were like all glittery. I think they were maybe $5, something like that, you know, Wet n Wild price. I've heard some really great things about these like glitter palettes. The other one it reminds me of is the NYX glitter palettes, and this one is going to be $25 for 4 shades of glitter. That seems a little bit much for me, especially when it can possibly be duped with a Wet n Wild or a NYX formula. Like, I've seen that done with NYX and Wet n Wild. Like, I feel like it's a little bit behind the game. KKW has some new additions to the Correct Conceal Bake Brighten family. Oh, that was a lot of words. It has one $20 super creamy blendable formula for correcting, 4 shades that instantly melt into your skin to neutralize the look of discoloration, smooths the appearance of skin, and then it has Conceal, which is $20, and it has a full coverage liquid concealer with an ultra creamy hydrating formula, perfect for correcting and highlighting, and it's perfect for everyday use or alone or in conjunction with your foundation. And then it looks like she has a concealer kit, which is a 5-piece concealer kit, and it includes liquid concealer in a larger vial, baking powder, brightening powder, dual-ended sponge, and a brush applicator. 20 shades are available, and this will be available November 6th. That was a lot. Honestly, I think the only thing that I would be like super interested in is the concealer kit, which is $82, the 5-piece concealer kit. That seems kind of like pricey though for $82, but the conceal is $20, the correcting is $20, so that's $40. It doesn't tell you how much the other stuff is. I would probably invest more in the kit so that you get the full range of everything. It's like one and done type of thing. I don't think I would invest in these individually. It would definitely be the kit that I would definitely more gravitate toward. Now, I don't know how KKW products really do on the skin. I've never tried them before, but if you're wanting to try KKW or if it's something that like it is your staple product, I would definitely invest in the kit. I wouldn't do the individuals. This was posted on the 29th of October, which was the release of the child palette from The Mandalorian. And obviously it was up for sale on the ColourPop website on October 29th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard. I think they still have some left. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. I did do a like swatch comparison video. I looked at some swatches that ColourPop provided. I looked at some swatches that Makeup Just for Fun provided, and I kind of like compared them to some of the green and like more neutral palettes that ColourPop has released within like the last year or so. And I feel like I did a pretty good job of that. Now, if I didn't have all of those palettes, I would definitely consider this. Actually, more along the lines of it's a collector's type of thing with the packaging, with it themed like Star Wars. I am a Star Wars fan. I grew up watching Star Wars as a child. My parents took me to see The Phantom Menace in theaters when it like first released, and I've seen all of the older ones that were made in the 70s. Like my parents loved Star Wars. I would purchase this. It's a collector's thing, like the Hocus Pocus one. Some people didn't like it, but it's like at the same time, it's like a collector's thing. Like I kept all of the packaging from Hocus Pocus down to the boxes that the eyeliner came in, that the lip liner came in, down to the boxes that the lipstick came in. Like it's just a collector's thing. So it looks like Melt Cosmetics, they came out with a collection for Halloween. This is posted on October 29th. And these are very interesting. I'm really like, the whole Halloween palette thing is kind of getting to me. I'm kind of like, wow, like they released this really late in the game and Halloween is over with. I can understand like holiday gift sets. People are going to use them more, whereas they're more like Halloween themed. I don't feel like people use them as much because they're more of those like pinks, greens, blacks, really, really dark red colors. And to me, it seems kind of awkward yet interesting that a lot of people have been creating Halloween palettes. Halloween it kind of comes in a blip of an eye and then it's gone. This palette collection from Melt Cosmetics, it actually is for Beetlejuice, which if you say that word 3 times, you'll get him appearing. This collection is for Beetlejuice. That's the second time I've said it. We can't say it again or else he'll come up. This collection, is really cool. Don't get me wrong. I used to watch this movie all the time when I was a kid. Should I say his name again? Beetlejuice. It's a Halloween video, but after Halloween comes, it's kind of like just gone. Like, like Halloween comes, it goes really, really fast. This Beetlejuice collection and all of the colors that come with it are just a little bit awkward and weird. Like I don't feel like somebody would invest in this on a normal day unless they're a fan of the movie. This one's just really surprising to me that they would just primarily focus on the greens, the purples, the blacks, and the reds. It seems so weird and awkward to me. The packaging is really cool. I do like that. Again, this is one of those things where like, I don't think this is a very like useful collection, and it's fun. I think somebody who plays with a lot of color would find some joy in this. But at the same time, like looking at these colors, like the purples look the same, the reds look the same, and it might just be the way that they took these photos, but I would not invest in this even if I was somebody who played with more color, because the purples look really, really close in shade to each other. The reds look really, really close in shade to each other. The only thing that's really appealing to me is that row of like dark to like a silver tone and make a really cool like smoky eye. But again, the shades kind of look like the same. Like I'm wondering if they would just muddy on the eye and look exactly the same as one to another. There is a new Burger eyeshadow palette that is coming out, and it looks like it has a couple of blues, a green, maybe a little bit darker of like a berry tone in there, and then the rest of it is neutral. It is a 9-pan palette. This one is from Glamlight, which they did the cake palette. They do food related things. I think the packaging on this is really cool where it looks like a hamburger. It looks kind of like wasted space though, which drives me crazy. These shades, like when I first glance at this palette, the only ones that really stick out to me are the green and the 2 blue shades. Like the other parts of the palette, they just look neutral and they don't look fun to play with. Like I expect more from this palette. You would think they would have like maybe a really bright like tomato red color to resemble like a tomato, or they would have like a yellow color for like cheese on your hamburger, that type of thing. That's how I would play with it. I mean, you were talking about food here. It's a hamburger palette and it doesn't look delectable. Like, it doesn't look like food. The colors don't remind me of food. There you guys have it. My deal or no deal. Would I purchase or would I pass on these new makeup releases? It seems like I passed on quite a few of these. Every single time I do these videos, I feel really opinionated. There are some things, like some collections that I would purchase. There are some other collections where I feel like they could have gone a little bit further, where they could have, you know, like done something a little bit more, especially with that Beetlejuice collection. Like that Beetlejuice collection is driving me crazy. Like I looked at another release photo of the Beetlejuice collection. I was looking and I just still feel like the color stories are really, really awkward. There should have been more to it. More of a broader range of purples, not something in the same color tone. More of a broader range of greens, like from a light to a really dark green to an olive green, like really reflect like that Halloween grungy, dirty feel that Beetlejuice like represents. I wish they would just have taken it a step further. That wraps up my deal or no deal, purchase or pass. I hope you guys like this video. Give it a good thumbs up if you do. Subscribe to my channel so you guys can see more videos in the future. You can see my beautiful face. And if you guys want to see a video on the top down curls, leave a comment below. I want to know if you guys actually want to see something like that. I'll see you guys later. Bye!